Hello, my friend. Welcome to another episode of YouTube. Um, on my channel, I never know what to say. I always kind of have a perfect pitch just before saying what I want to say, and as soon as I hit the record button, I usually just tumble. So this, I guess, is all part of learning to be a YouTuber. So today I have very interesting, not rather unique topic that I wanna discuss with you guys is how do you start research on a stock that you wanna buy. Um, like for example, right now I was on this website called Investor Place, and on this website they have very their article says four high yield dividend stock to buy right out the storm. So obviously that caught my eyes. I'm like, okay, what are the four dividend stock that I should be aware? Okay. Then I was like, okay, fine, let's look at the four stock that they have. They have Altera Group, 3M Company, Chevron, AT&T, right? I was like, okay, fine, this is interesting. And then they give you very short description of why do they think that these are good companies to buy. I liked it, but I wasn't fully convinced that this is it. Like for example, Chevron, they said the current year has been one of the most challenging period for oil and gas company after the oil price meltdown. There was relatively sharp recovery, production cut, right? OPEC, and so on. And then I was like, okay, fine. What is it that Chevron stock has payout of $5.16 for the current dividend yield of 5.84%. I was like, oh, this is great. $5 for 1 year if you buy one stock. That's kind of great. Okay. And then they give you a little bit more detail regarding Chevron has 71B bow of 6P resources. I'm not sure what that is. Production growth is studied in current upcoming year, right? Coming years, and cash flow swell further the total liquidity. They have $30 billion of liquidity that they can ride out the storm. Company is fully financed for investment in 12 to 24 months, so they're good for next 24 months. But this wasn't enough for me to convince that if this is a good company or not. So like every other investor, right, I was like, okay, let me look a little bit more stat that regarding this company, because essentially if interested in getting this $5.16 and putting my money for over a year, I want to know if a lot more information. So I went to Yahoo Finance. So I pulled up Yahoo Finance. This is how Yahoo Finance is. They tell you what's their previously closed, right? Some stats, open, bids, ask, and day range, and their volumes. You don't want to have low trading volume either, because if you buy stock and nobody wants to buy it, then you're stuck more or less. And they assure you that $5.16 versus, where did they go? $5. Okay, same price. Okay, that's good. Same data and their earning dates, EPS, PE ratio, beta monthly, right? And here are the few news regarding what's going on. Refining may fail to save low crude price hitting, right? And so on. Okay, I'm like, all right, let's look at what else is going on. So I'm like, okay, this one is you have to be premium member. But you can look at some charts. Let's look at some charts. Let's look at max. I like to start with the max. So somewhere in the max, they are growth company, okay? They've been growing ever since they started. Obviously, this was their peak. They were peaking out at, I'm not sure what is this showing you. It's supposed to show price. Why is this not showing right price? But Here's this is showing dividend, but I wanted to show not in ruble, but like a money type of, but it's fine. You can mess with it. And here are some people commentated conversation, statistics. If you're into this much statistics, I am not. I should be, but I like to look at more report. Here are some historical data. This is to show that what's going on in terms of are they going up or down. They're pretty much around close to 100 or 80, 100, you see some lows. Okay. And then you are like, let's look at the profile. And here are the people who are managing this company. In realistic, if you were to buy this company and you had, let's say, $1 million or 100,000, even $20,000, if you want to put it, I would Google every single person that who are listed in as a key executive, just to know what's going on and where they come from. And you want to make sure that those executives are responsible, and they come from, they have the actual know how to whatever they're doing. And then they have 48,000 employees. Okay. And then financial, again, look at their revenue in 2019. They had December 2019 139, then 2018 they had 158. So year before in 2018 they had more, then before that they had less, then they had even less. So it's kind of floating at 110ish total revenue. Okay, then I'm like, all right, no problem. After you go through this Yahoo Finance, next tool that you can probably hit is the Seeking Alpha. Very nice tool. Again, I don't like to pay for research because I think there are many other tools that is free and you can easily take advantage of. So let's start with the summary. Here's Chevron. And this is what I wanted to show you, the pricing. Right, at one point they were at 121, 127, and in 10 years they were at 117. In 5 years, 100 in 1 year. Obviously they're going down because of the pandemic. And oil, energy sector is not doing that great in the last 1 year anyway. 27% down, 2% was down in 10 year. But in 10 year they were up 23%, but in 5 year they were down 2%, 27% down in 1 year, and year to date so far right now 24%, in 6 months 19%. And so it's still not bad. You can still buy it because eventually they will get back to whatever the original price was. Okay, so let's look at their ratings. Sometimes this happens, very annoying. Maybe this one. Okay, then again you can look at their finance data. If you were, but you can get it other places for free, so don't pay for it unless you really have a lot of money that you are trying to invest. And next one is the dividend. Let's look at their dividend history. Come on, why is this not coming? Oh, Mountain Hill, let's figure this out. I hate these ones. Mountain Hill, 2 Mountain Hills, verify, please select all matching. Oh, okay, traffic light, 1 traffic light, 2, and this one, that's it. Okay, more traffic light, this one, that's it. Maybe hit enter again. I think this is broken. Something wrong with this site. But in all, dividend. Okay, there you go. Dividends and dividend yield 5.67%. Annual pay, this is just easier way to show you payout ratio, 5-year growth 2.49, dividend growth in last 4 years they've been raising. Okay, and 1 quarter they will pay you $1.29, and some dividend date when you can expect and when they are paying. All right, dividend history. Fine. All right, let's go to the one that after this one I would go is Charles Schwab. I have a brokerage account with them. It's very nice, so it's free to have the account. And the research right here, you go on research and you just click on it, or you can go through any, and you can just put in CVX for Chevron, and it gives you the last price, today's price, right, and that information. And then here's the report that I really like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In this case, 7 different report. You can get professional report for free. You don't have to pay anything. And let's look at Charles Schwab themselves report, and here you go. And let's look at Charles Schwab report. Says okay, they're giving them B for outperforming, and they are saying you can buy it, and they score up 11 to 30. So and price volatility is high. That means price moves up and down very quickly. And they are, let's look at ratio behind B rating, why they gave them B. Evaluating grade, neutral, positive. They gave them capital intensity. They have a lot of money, that's why they have positive right now. And sentiment grade, positive. Price, here's some chart is going on. You can look at the matrix again, but there you go. Physically, in 1 quarter 2019, they were fiscal ending in December. They're talking about earning per share. They were up versus down. This is basically either you beat or you miss expectation, or you are same. So they're giving you very interesting chart. They missed in quarter 4 2019. Then they were on point again on January, and then they again quarter 2 they missed it, and we don't know quarter 3 yet. And here's some more report. Okay, so you kind of get some idea, and then you can look at the other reports, like let's say Morning Star. They are saying oil and gas and market cap is 1.2 billion. They're just giving you information and the date that they, and the dividend, and their dividend is forward dividend yield is 5.92, and fair price value 79 cent. I'm not sure what this is. Okay, you can read information regarding this here. Analysis note, that's what you kind of want. Narrow mode rate. Chevron announced July 20th that it is acquiring No Moat Noble Energy for 10.38 per share in all stock transaction, implying quarterly value $5 billion. So Chevron is actually acquiring another company, right? So otherwise you wouldn't know that. So things like that, you want to read what company is doing. Are they doing any mergers and acquisition? What's going on? And further, if you read, and then you can say crude debt enterprise value of 13 billion. The offer price represents 12% premium to the 10-day trailing average Nobel price. You can read on your own, right? And then they give you their little rating, so on, and just read it. Eventually you'll know everything there is to know about this company from these reports, right? Where is that red report? This one. I like looking at charts, but I don't like looking at this kind of charts, the ones that just goes graph. This it just shows low uncertainty, price, fair values. I don't know what they're telling me here, but you can look at others. That's why they give you a lot more. Let's look at Argus. They say to buy, and sector rating underweight. That means in terms of energy, there are other company, they are underweighted right now, and you should buy it in 12 month or even in 5-year rating. They will be good to buy. Here are quarterly revenues that they're showing you, and some forecasts that they expect the company to have, and a lot more growth and reason behind it, because you have to read to make sense. And analysis note, they said 1.103 billion up from 2.52 million in first quarter 19. US downstream business operating profit 4.5 million, 217 million. The increase was mainly due to higher margin on refined product sale, particularly upset by higher. Right, you can read everything and you'll get a lot more information. All right, guys. So, well, let's look at one more. Maybe look at Vickers. I'm not sure what this is, but this one I found it very particularly interesting, because this is like all these insider trading, meaning the people who work at Chevron, and what are they doing? Are they buying or are they selling? So you can look at these. Here is somebody named Austin Wanda M, and he's a director at Chevron, and on 5/27 he has bought 2,411 share, and it's zero price. Most likely this would be employee compensation, that's why there's no price. But let's look at somebody again who bought their CFO. He bought at $91.78 in direct options. And let's look at one of the VPs. They sold their stocks. Here's 100%, and there's another guy who bought. There's another BP. He is sold. So this BP he's bought. Right, you can see fairly good amount of what's going on, who's buying, who's selling, or insider, the top management, what are they doing, the C-level suite people. Do you agree or not? Sometimes these are very helpful because it can give you a direction what's going on inside their own company. I mean, this would be great indication if people out of them are selling out, and they, then. So yeah, all right, guys. This is how I would do a research if I was investing a lot of money. But for a quick rundown, I would probably just do, if I know I don't need that much money, I look at a little bit of chart, and Chevron or ExxonMobil, these companies I am familiar with it more or less, so I don't really do this intensive unless I'm spending, let's say, $10,000. Then I want to know everything what's going on. But like, let's say if I'm buying one stock, then I don't really do that much. I just look at some charts, what's going on in that 10-year, 5-year, 1 year, 3 months, and based on that I make my decision and look at the news if they're doing anything. All right, guys, let me know what you guys think about this content, and how do you guys do your own research. I mean, I would love to know. I mean, I know there's another website called safetydividend.com, but they charge you money. I don't want to really pay for any. I like research for free, and this is good enough, especially if you're not spending a lot of money. Now, if you have $100,000, then I'll definitely pay for paid research, and you want to have every advantage, because that's a lot of money essentially. All right, guys, thank you for liking and subscribing, watching and sharing, and all kind of good stuff. Bye bye.